I'm Adrian. I'm a junior, and I'll be doing the weather.
My name is Dominic. I'm a freshman and I edit.
I'm Rylan. I'm a freshman and I do lunch.
Hi, I'm Liam. I'm a freshman. I do our daily joke and policies with DR.
I'm Dawson. I do sports and policies.
Hello, this is Maddox, and I will be doing events and lunch menu.
Today, on Monday, we'll be having grilled chicken wrap with potato wedges. On Tuesday, we will be having burrito with queso and Mexican. On Wednesday, it is chili and cinnamon roll.
Alright, so we're in the policy section of our reviews, and we're going to be talking about some of our rules.
So, what about hats? Why can't we wear hats in school?
So the rationale for getting rid of hats was built around two different reasons. One was safety. So students walk in the building, we need to be able to see your eyes, and be able to see your faces.
Right.
Second reason was we want to make sure that we're being respectful to our teachers, and when we're sitting in classrooms, having our hats off is a great way to show respect.
All right, that's understandable. Here you go, Liam.
Okay, so about the phone rule, what made you start the phone rule, having it a little more enforced and less lenient than it has been in the last couple of years?
So the school I taught at before, they had the same rule. And the way this rule works is if your phone falls out, if someone sees you on your phone, you're on your phone for any reason, it's confiscated. And the only way you get it back is if a parent, guardian, adult picks it up at the end of the day. The reason we did that was to try to make it as inconvenient as possible. So if I were to give you your phone back at the end of the day, you know that you can get your phone taken and you still get it back at the end of the day. By incorporating your parents, now becomes a home issue, and they don't want to have to leave work to come get it. So when they have to do that, we hope that they talk to you, and then that might help you stay off your phone. Now, the reason we did this, phones are a huge distraction. Everybody knows that. So by taking phones out of our school building, it allows you to stay more focused, and it gives teachers the support to be more successful in the classroom.
Well, what we did years before is we've had things like cell phone pouches where you were supposed to come in and put your phone up if you had it on you. And if you didn't, the teacher would just take it, get it back at the end of the day. And I feel like being able to put it in a pouch and knowing that you have it there and don't risk really having it fall out or go off and then you immediately get taken away. I feel like being able to put it up and know where it's at is better than just it being taken away. Then you have to worry about, is my parents going to be able to come in and take it? Maybe how am I going to message my ride home?
So the reason we went against pouches is because pouches are shown to not work. We'll have teachers who don't follow that program, so then you end up maybe with one or two classrooms where teachers allow kids to be on their phone. Sometimes when kids are putting their phones in those pouches, they'll text or use Snapchat while they're on the way up to use those pouches. So we wanted really an all-encompassing 100% ban where we wouldn't see phones at all. Now, you brought up, what if I need to get a hold of somebody? Our office has a phone. That's how I did it when I was in school. And if you need to get a hold of your ride, our secretary has a phone that you can use to call. Now, if there's ever a situation where you need to have your phone, we'll obviously let you use it if you need to make an important phone call, if there's an emergency, if you need to contact somebody. You just got to let us know what's going on.
I agree with you, honestly. So, how has the district affected your home life, or just you in general?
So I moved here from Nebraska. I came from Grand Island, which is a town of about 60,000 people. Our high school had about 3,000 people in it, and last year I taught 168 freshmen, just myself. There is about 160 kids in this school, 6 through 12, and about 15 teachers. So it's been a huge adjustment coming from a really large district to a really small district. My wife is from Linden, so we have a few ties to the area. But I can tell you that, I live here in town. I live by the post office, and it has been great living here, seeing how small and family-oriented this district is. My kids are in the daycare. It's awesome to walk down there and see them. And for the most part, all I've received is support from students, teachers, and the community.
All right, thank you.
That's what we love to hear. Okay, have there been any new rules you've thought about or any new rules you've actually implemented?
The eligibility rule is a big one. We're forcing kids to stay up on their classes. So if you're failing a class, you can't compete. If you're failing 2 classes, you can't even practice. And I know that there's been some pushback on that. In the future, I'd like to eliminate, bringing outside food and drink into the school, and that's a hard one to monitor. But I think the policies we have set up right now are going to be used as a springboard next year and years down the road to get our test scores up, to get student attendance up, and to get kids excited about school again.
All right, let's get one or two more questions here.
What things can this district improve on for the most part?
The first thing would be test scores. It's well known that Burlingame's test scores aren't where they need to be. Our kids are definitely capable of having higher test scores, and I think that the reason they're low is just because our motivation is low. And you talk to a lot of people and they'll blame COVID, and we're far removed from COVID now. But coming out of COVID, it was apparent that nobody wants to be in school, and so getting students and kids back to being excited about learning is something that is top of my list. What was the rest of that question?
What do we need to improve on?
Student attendance would be another one. We have a lot of tardies, and a lot of those tardies are coming in first period. So trying to get kids here on time, ready to go in their seats, and then teacher respect is another one. I think we have a lot of classrooms where maybe our teachers aren't respected as much as they should be, and that will in turn create an environment where not every student is learning at the highest potential.
All right, sounds good. What are our strengths in this school?
Your strengths is just your size. I mean, being this small, everybody knows everybody. It's very family oriented. You go to football games, basketball games, everybody knows everybody, and the support there is visible and you can feel it. We got a good staff. Everybody who teaches here wants to be here. And I think our groundwork and our foundation is strong enough that, moving forward, we can really expand on some of the things that we already have.
All right, thank you.
All right, I think that's all we have time for today, but thank you for coming out and actually answering our questions.
I appreciate you guys. Thank you very much.
Have a great day.
This week's weather will be in the high 40s, but during the weekend it will drop back down to the 30s. Monday we'll have a high of 42 and a low of 35. Tuesday a high of 38 and a low of 31. Wednesday a high of 44 and a low of 32. Thursday a high of 47 and a low of 30. Friday a high of 45 and a low of 28. Saturday a high of 47 and a low of 28. Finally, Sunday with a high of 38 and a low of 24. I hope everyone has a great week.
How you doing?
Doing good. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. How do you feel about your season's going?
Season's gone well so far. Kids are working really hard. I feel like we're maybe even a little bit ahead of schedule at this point. 9-2 on the season. Got the 2 seed heading into the Lyon County League tournament tonight. So we'll see how this week goes for us, but I'm excited.
Sounds like feeling good. Who are the players that have impacted the team so far?
First guy we got to talk about is probably Drake Skirvin, leading us in scoring, rebounding, block shots, steals. Does a lot for us defensively. Just an all-around solid kid. He's a 6'6" junior. And then, of course, we got Dane Winters, 4-year starter at guard for us, having another good season. Timmy Roberts and J.D. Tyson have played well this year as well. Timmy has made 32 threes on the year so far, really shooting at a high clip. And then Brock Moon also does well for us as our 5th starter. He does a lot of the little things for us, a lot of the intangible things. Very coachable, willing to do a lot of little things, like I said.
Impressive stats. What can the team do better in the season going out?
Yeah, there's definitely things we can improve on. Communication defensively. We've turned the ball over a lot lately, and we got to clean some of that up and just continue to work on offense, defense, all the situational stuff. Definitely still a work in progress.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
On Monday, for events, we'll be having a high school basketball game at Lawrence versus Seabury at 4:30. Tuesday, we'll be having a high school wrestling meet at Uniontown. Wednesday, we'll be having parent-teacher conferences. Thursday, there will be a basketball game at West Elk, varsity only, at 5 p.m.